से करीब वार का 1200 रुपया का, तो बाजू के गांव में आगे हमने थोड़ी सस्ते में खरीदी है जमीन।
Looking to the amount we are disbursing, they are very happily offering us more and more land.
The regular and timely payment of compensation is a well-oiled operation. The land acquisition officer and his team come, verify records and identify, and then hand over checks then and there. The bank manager waits outside the panchayat office. The farmers come out and hand their checks over, and the money is safe in their accounts. But it is not just a smooth system here that has kept land wars away. It also has to do with a bit of regional peculiarity.
If you take a case of a village, then the residencies of the farmers is located centrally within the village, which is called Gam Tad, and the farms are scattered around the Gam Tal in the village. As against this, if you take the example of West Bengal or Kerala, each farm is having the residence of the farmer, and that results into abrasion while acquiring the land in other states.
In India, land acquisition is still done under the colonial era Land Acquisition Act of 1894. Activists regularly refer to the fact that while independent India took measures to put a ceiling on private land ownership, the 1894 Land Acquisition Act was left untouched. On paper, this means that the state can forcibly acquire land from peasants and hand it over to industry or real estate developers.
In India, unfortunately, we've not even been able to frame a Land Acquisition Act since the colonial period. I mean, much is said that we don't have a Lokpal bill, but you don't even have a Land Acquisition Act, which is in some ways much more important for the poor and rapidly becoming landless.
Land is precious. There's only so much of it to be had. And as the demand rises for setting up factories and large industrial units, so rises the conflict over land. There are around 65% of Indians who are still dependent on this land. And for small units where small tracts of land are handed over from father to son, generation after generation, it is something to die for.
म्हणजेच आपल्या हातातला रोजगार जाईल, आपल्या हातातली रोजी जाईल. एक तर सरकार आपल्याला नोकऱ्या देत नाही.
On 18th of April 2011, the police in Jaitapur, Maharashtra opened fire on protesters. One dead, 8 injured, and the entire region in and around the site for a nuclear power project was on the boil.
शास्त्री मी फोटो शकते म्हातारा तरी आमच्या मुलासाठी आम्ही लढणार, माझ्या गावासाठी लढणार, हे देवीच्या पायरीवर बसू शकते.
Village land had been acquired close to the small port town of Jaitapur on the Arabian Sea coast. Land that is to be handed over to the French company Arriva to build the world's biggest nuclear power plant here.
For the public interest, the compulsory land acquisition is already taken place. First land acquisition and then all the clearances has been taken. That means very clearly that government is least bothered about environment clearances and environment condition.
After the Fukushima disaster, the protests in Jaitapur intensified.
We are at the site of the Jaitapur